Hi, welcome to World Sports Weekly. I'm Natalie Rydström. The 2013 World Snooker Championship is set to begin Saturday, April 20th at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield, England. Here with us today to discuss the betting odds and to tell us where the best value lies is Richard. He's a sports writer and regular contributor to SBRForum. Richard, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Last year's champion, Ronnie O'Sullivan, is priced at 6-1 to repeat, odds courtesy of Bet365. Other notable names include Neil Robertson at 6-1, Judd Trump and Mark Selby at 6.5-1, and Ding Shenghui at 10-1. Now, firstly, what do you make of defending champion Ronnie O'Sullivan's chance to repeat this year? Is 6-1 too short?
6-1 is far too short. Ronnie O'Sullivan's played no competitive snooker at all since he won last year. He wouldn't sign the player's contract for the coming season, so he's been banned from playing in any tournament that he needs to qualify for, and this is the only tournament he doesn't need to qualify for because he's the defending champion, which means you're in a really odd position that you've not seen in really any major sport since probably the 1900s, whereby they used to have a system when the defending champion was the last person to compete in any tournament, and so basically playing in the final. And it's just too much of an ask for O'Sullivan, and he's just a far too short a price. People are backing him on his reputation and not on any form that he might have shown, because he's got no form to show.
And Richard, in your opinion, why are the odds so short?
Well, Ronnie O'Sullivan's a much-loved figure. He's a bit of what the Australians call a larrikin. He's got a little bit of reputation. He's always good publicity, good for the media, so they like talking to him. And he can back it up with talent. He's a four-time champion in this. But he's a four-time champion when he's been playing regularly rather than pottering around the exhibition circuit, or in fact just taking a complete break from snooker as he's done for many months. So you're not backing someone who's got any form that you can actually prove. You're backing someone who you're hoping is going to come in fresh, hungry, and still on the top of his game. You have to be on the top of your game because it's 32 best players in the world here.
Right. And do any other names stand out to you as having value, either long shots or modestly priced players with realistic chances?
The best value, I would say, at the moment is Judd Trump, because what's happened is O'Sullivan's come back. He's come straight in as the #1 seed. That's knocked all the other players in the world down by one place, because the seedings are then according to world ranking. So Neil Robertson, who's the #1 seed, Mark Selby is the #1 in the world. He's now a #2 seed. Neil Robertson's gone from 2 to 3. That puts them in the same half of the draw. Whereas if O'Sullivan had stayed away, they'd be in the opposite halves and seeded to play each other in the final. Judd Trump would have been in Robertson's half of the draw, but now he finds himself in Ronnie O'Sullivan's. So there's every prospect that he will actually be the top seed left in the top half of the draw, even by the middle of next week. So yes, on his odds, I think he's a good shot, both in the reaching the final market, but also particularly in the winning it market.
Okay, and does that mean that we stand a chance to make some real money here?
You definitely do, because, of course, if Ronnie O'Sullivan is too short a price, that means that everybody else is too long a price. So there's a definite opportunity to make money on those top guys, such as we mentioned, Selby, Robertson, Trump, maybe even someone slightly further out than that, someone like Stuart Bingham, who's the Premier League champion, who's the #9 seed. He might be a good bet as well.
Okay, well, it could make things rather interesting, I suppose.
It's made it all very interesting from a betting point of view, certainly. And I'm not sure it benefits the game of snooker greatly, but for us, it's wonderful.
Now, Bet365 offers a number of ways to bet the event, including frame betting, the Asian handicap, to reach the final, and so on. Do you have your sights set on any of these exotic markets already?
I think if it had been an ordinary championship where the seedings were normal, then I certainly would have done. But I mean, frame betting is a quick way to make a bit of money and to recoup losses if you built up some losses if the tournament's gone on. But given the way the odds are stacked, I don't see it as being necessarily the best way of making money this year, because, as I said, the introduction of O'Sullivan has skewed the market so much that I think you can make a quite comfortable amount of money just going for the straight winners, or indeed in the sort of reach the final or reach the last four markets, as opposed to where you would normally, yes, have to look into one of those more exotic markets to recoup.
All right, Richard, well, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.